right, Arda here at a video game con in Secaucus, New Jersey. The man to my left, great content. You've probably seen it before. Pat Contri. Pat, the NES punk. Not to be confused with NES. We've now organized this.
Let me tell you something out there. That WarioWare little thing that came out about it being pronounced NES was BS. When I say BS, I'm saying BS. Nintendo just came out with their Nintendo Direct promoting their Switch online service with NES games, and in the Nintendo Direct, they say NES. I don't want to hear any more BS about that. BS, NES, it rhymes. But in this case, it's not BS, it's NES.
Can I just say that I'm surprised you don't have a Nintendo King t-shirt? I felt like after the Wired article, you'd have Nintendo King merchandise, mugs, you'd have a hat, it would be tattooed on your forehead, no?
Well, I think I should.
You've been anointed Nintendo King.
I've also been anointed as having a midlife crisis, according to that article. But that's only the online title. In print, it's a lot softer. So I heard that someone online named it something differently than in print. So go, the in print one, I forget what it is. It's like the Zelda guy or something, but it's a lot nicer. I have gray hairs. I don't think I'm in the midlife crisis right now. My crisis happened 10 years ago when I said to myself, I have way too much old video game crap. That was the crisis. Now I'm sort of like, my mind is lifting a little bit out of the clouds. I'm going to get rid of some of my collection, not all of it, a little bit, because I'm going to turn 40 in a few years, and it's a tough age where you say, okay, I got this shit on there. When I say shit, I just said shit. I got this shit I never, ever will play. No one cares about these games that are 45 years old. No one even knows what an Emerson Arcadia is. Maybe I should get rid of some of this stuff. Do you know what an Emerson Arcadia is?
No.
No, of course not. No one should know what that is.
Hopefully you can sell it to the 3 people that do.
Maybe, maybe not. But thanks for bringing that to my attention.
What made you decide to do that? Because, I mean, anybody who's seen your videos has definitely seen the vast... I love the wall. You know, the promo picture that always gets used for Pat Contri is the one of you behind this incredible wall of games.
But the wall is only like 2% of the amount of games. So there's stuff like in the walls themselves almost. It's almost like a Telltale Heart thing under the floorboards. Edgar Allan Poe. Does anyone watching Twitch know who Edgar Allan Poe even was? I don't know. You're 12 years old. You'll read about him. Anyway, so there's stuff spilling into the garage, and if you ever have women over or a girlfriend, they'll be tripping over your ColecoVision box and wondering, what the hell is this? What have I got myself into? So I'm not at that point anyway. I'm past that point. So I'm going to get rid of half my collection, which is still way too much crap. Can I say crap? I just said crap. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. Don't become like me. Buy your games you're going to play. You don't need a whole NES collection. You don't need a whole TurboGrafx-16 collection. Buy what you love and don't buy beyond your means. Pay that mortgage down. Pay those student bills, the student loans, the car payment. Don't spend it all on these exorbitant retro games that you think you're going to retire on. You won't retire on them. They're not Star Trek collector's plates. They're not Elvis statues. They're old-ass crusty games. Can I say crusty? I say crusty. But anyway, that's my advice to you.
This is depressing because I was literally going to ask you about starting an NES collection, and now I feel completely dissuaded.
No. I'm not trying to crash the market in any way, shape, or form. No. I'm going to retire on my games. No, but don't go nuts. Don't spend beyond your means. Don't go nuts. Wait for that deal. Haggle. NES prices peaked in the summer of 2016 for cartridges. They went up. Now they're flatlined or down a little bit. So be careful out there.
I find that interesting because I feel like nostalgia of video games is up recently. Am I wrong in saying that?
The past 5 years, it's up huge. I mean, when you turn on a TV commercial and see Kellogg's and they're playing Super Mario Brothers, or a McDonald's commercial with Mario and Bowser, retro games have hit the mainstream the past, I say, 3, 4, 5 years. That's undoubtedly what's been going on. Nintendo with the NES Classic Edition, they thought it was gonna be a cute little holiday gift, but then they realized, oh my God, people want this. They re-release it. Super Nintendo Classic Edition, Switch Online service. Originally, the online Switch service was only going to be, we'll give you one NES game a month and then we'll switch it out every month. No. They realized, oh my God, there's a service we can do here. We'll give you 20 plus games. We'll give you more. They realize that there's a market here. Old ass people like us, or like me, I don't know if you're old.
About the same age, yeah.
But we want to play these games in an easier way, again.
The fact that, for example, like ice hockey is part of the collection, the starting collection, and we can play that online is like, this is the greatest thing to happen this month to me.
That was one of, to me, the glaring omissions of the NES Classic Edition was ice hockey.
Yeah.
Now you got that, you got pro wrestling.
Yes, you do.
Mr. Wrestling guy here. I can kick your ass as Starman. This is going to be fantastic. And it's streaming on Twitch. Are we on Twitch?
Yes, we are.
Can I say ass, by the way? I said ass. Okay.
You said corny, too, so.
Okay.
What I know you from, and what I absolutely love, is the book. Well, you have several books now, but the NES...
I have a second coming out.
You have a second coming out, the SNES version. I have the NES. For any completionist out there, you have to get it.
Why am I not marketing it? It's my trademark. My certain NES guidebook. If you're editing this later, put it right here. Put a picture of it. Put a JPEG of it here. Yeah.
Someone's going to just throw a meme in there instead or something.
Sure. UltimateNES.com. It's been out for 2 years. I actually premiered it at this convention 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's been doing great. And Super Nintendo one is on its way. And maybe, who knows, Virtual Boy after that. I don't know.
Yeah, but that'll sell. That'll put butts in seats.
Yeah, that'll put butts in seats.
Take me through creating that book, because I love it. I learned something new about every titles that I loved, and then I also learned about titles I never knew existed, and that's why I love the book. For any completionist, it's a great have. So what was it like putting it together and knowing that I have to put every single nook and cranny of the NES in this book?
It was hell on earth. I didn't have a social life for a year and a half to finish it. I wrote 450 of the reviews. Other writers helped out with the rest, but that's still a lot of reviews. And so it's not just writing the reviews, you got to play the games. I captured half of the screenshots for the book myself. Well, look at this. Look at this. Hey. What is happening? That's how ubiquitous, can I say that word on Twitch? How ubiquitous the book is.
That's where we draw the line, is ubiquitous.
Okay. Because you guys are 12 years old, read a book, know what ubiquitous means. Look at this. This took a lot. This took 3 years almost. 3 years from thinking about how to outline this to actually completing it, getting published. So
incredible. It's a labor of love, you can tell, but it's absolutely worthwhile. If you were ever a fan of the NES, this is a must-have.
Even if you're a fan of the Amazon Arcadia, you can buy the book as well.
When's that compendium coming out?
That'll be my retirement right there.
When you want to leave video games, that's the one you write, right?
There's single digits of people that would buy that Emerson Arcadia book. That might be giving too much credit.
So obviously that's how I discovered you in the first place, but then you got the YouTube channel, of course, with the NES Punk, the character, and then the podcasts.
5-year anniversary of the Completely Unnecessary podcast with Ian Ferguson, 10 years of the YouTube channel, and Pat the NES Punk in June. I did my 10th anniversary video. Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. If you're out there on Twitch, go watch it. I'm making pennies from YouTube. YouTube is not where it's at. Twitch is where it's at right now, according to everyone. I got to get my butt on Twitch. I'm on Twitch. Contri code, C-O-N-T-R-I code.
Oh, that's clever.
I got to start streaming more. That's clever.
What's Pat Contri's convention life like? How often are you out and about in conventions like these?
I do about 9 or 10 a year. They're taxing because of the travel sometimes, jet lag, west to east coast. But I love meeting everyone. People are like, "Oh, you got me back into retro gaming." Oh, I'm responsible for you bankrupting your kids' college fund to buy these old games, these old crusty games. I can say crusty. Anyway, so
you're really pushing the line here, Pat.
I don't know. I don't want to get this channel suspended. I heard if you showed nipple, you're off Twitch. So don't tempt me. Don't tempt me right now.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, last question. I'm sure you get this a lot. Favorite NES game? Do you have one?
No, that's like picking your favorite child, kind of. But there's a bunch of ones that are.
It's easier, isn't it, B? No, it's Matt. It's definitely Matt.
But there's actually
is there a top 5?
There's a top 10, but there's one in particular that is going to be on the Nintendo Switch Online service coming in a month or two, and that's Super Dodgeball. Super Dodgeball. American Technos published that.
Wow.
Carnage on the dodgeball court. It's fantastic. But top secret episode with Gogo 13 where you have sex and smoke cigarettes. It's a kid's game.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
That'll be great. Yeah,
you got other ones like Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat. That's a classic we all know and love. Things like that.
So we'll stick with Super Dodgeball.
Okay.
All right. So everyone obviously knows you already, but just in case they're not following you on all of your channels, where do we find you?
On Twitch at Contri Code, on Twitter at Pat the NES Punk, also on the YouTubes as well. And you can pre-order the new Super Nintendo book at UltimateSNES.com.
Well, this interview's been terrible.
Yes.
Thanks for wasting our time.
I'm not ready for prime time or esports yet, I guess.